because you have Monday off now, 3-day weekend after the Super Bowl. I think Roger Goodell is trying to get the vote of confidence from his people.
Welcome back to I'd Have a Beer. The I'd Have a Beer podcast is presented by Iron Soul. New episodes out every week. Like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And Mike, tell them what to do.
Slam those buttons. Slam those buttons.
Boom. Murder those buttons. Follow the pod on all of our social media at IHAB Podcast. Mike, tell the people what's coming up.
The NFL changing the schedule, talking more football, more days of the week. We got the Athlete of the Week, Grind My Gears by Manny Mozz. We got a special rendition of beers, new segment called Things I've Never Seen. Manny Mozz, I'd have a beer.
I'd have a beer.
Oh, the old Mike bottle opener. I like that.
Oh, it's fucking
dope,
dude.
Okay.
I think this might be the trademark move here. Is the
That's
Mike's
it.
bottle opener? Yeah, these are going to be going on sale soon.
A bottle opener that's also a mic. I mean, think about the times that you're on stage, but you also want a beer. Just kind of makes sense.
You know, perfect for those those social media guys that are interviewing people like at sporting events. Boom.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, we'll open your beer for you.
I'm drinking a Corona again. Last time, the celebration for Corona winning the championship has exceeded its limits. I understand.
Yeah.
I will be going back to a new beer, a different beer, something special next week, I promise. But I had to send off Corona one more time. It's just so goddamn good. Hence, I've been drinking it for like 4 weeks now.
I, on the other hand, am sticking true for my fans, okay? A West Coast IPA, because I'm on the West Coast. We got a Hop Nut IPA, and let me tell you, it's delicious. But we'll get into that later. Right away, I want to go right into sports, okay? I'm here for sports. NFL, Roger Goodell, you know his name. 9 times out of 10 when he opens his mouth, we're booing. Hate him. He's the worst. He rigs games. He takes things away. He doesn't make the right call. He makes the wrong call on the right game. He's a villain. He's a villain.
It's just something about his face.
You just want to, there's just something about it. But today, he said something I kind of like.
Yeah.
He said something I kind of like.
Yep.
Okay, I might be okay with this decision. All right? There was a previous episode, Manny Mozz was upset. They said football on Black Friday.
Too many games.
Now I got to take off work to go to watch this game. But now he heard us. He heard us. Word on the street is the Super Bowl might be landing on a 3-day weekend, President's Day weekend, which means you heard it here first. Super Bowl Sunday, you're at your boy's house, you're drinking, you have a good time, your team wins, and you go, guys, I got to wake up for work. Oh, no, you don't, because you have Monday off now, 3-day weekend after the Super Bowl. I think Roger Goodell is trying to get the vote of confidence from his people. Tell me your thoughts about it.
He did a good thing here. It's awesome. This is what we've been trying to do for years, even before I was of the legal age to drink.
Have days off at work.
Or have days off of work. That's what I meant. We always griped about having to go to work or whatever on Monday. Yes, our prayers have been answered. Roger Goodell finally, instead of paying off refs to have Kansas City win and yet another Super Bowl, he's finally answering the prayers of most fans out there and giving us or aligning the schedule up to where President's Day will follow Super Bowl Sunday, and we'll have that Monday off. So more beers will be flowing Sunday.
That's right.
More food, more drinks.
Yeah.
Just, more of a party, more of a good time. You can continue the Sunday night train as long as you want now, knowing that you got nothing to do Monday morning. It's awesome. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm already drinking beers in preparation of drinking even more beers for Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. I love it.
I'm pumped up. I usually always take that Monday off. One, if the Eagles are in it, which they were previously not too long ago, I definitely took off.
Yeah.
And I usually take off anyway because who wants to go to work that next day anyway?
I'll speak to the people that can't or don't take off that Monday, not a productive day for anybody going into the office that day anyway, too. So it's lack of productivity in the office. So this is just this is overall. This is a win. This is a win for the corporations. This is a win for the people. Roger Goodell.
For the people.
Thank you.
For the people. Yeah, thank you for that. It's like Christmas came early, even though it's after Christmas. And he also gave us another Christmas gift this year. You're going to love this one, Manny Mozz, if you haven't heard.
Oh,
You're going to love this one, listeners, if you haven't heard this. Get ready for this, because I'm going to say it fast. December 25th, December 26th, December 28th, December 29th, and December 30th. Football. 5 days in a row, NFL games. 5 days in a row, NFL game.
I'm looking at it.
January 1st, national championship game. You can't have a better week in a year than the last week of the year, okay? When does time not exist in the year? It's between Christmas and New Year's. Everyone has off from work. People aren't doing anything. What day is it? Oh, my God, it's 2025. The only thing you're going to worry about is who's playing, how am I making money, who am I watching, and what beers am I drinking for a week straight. Thank you, Roger Goodell.
This could be deadly for some people. This could be deadly for some people out there. This could be just
listen.
This could be NFL overload. This could be drinking, gambling problems for people. This could be your, cheerful, spending the holidays with your friends and family to just absolute chaos, checking into rehab, Gamblers Anonymous. This could be tough for some people.
This is why I am Mikey Bugatti and you are Grind My Gears, Manny Mozz. I look at the half glass full. I'm thinking, I got a bunch of money now from Christmas. I can triple it over these next 5 days.
Triple it. Yeah, triple it. Or little Susie is not getting any gifts for Christmas because I kept all those receipts and now I got to return everything because I just lost too much money betting on NFL 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of NFL football and then 2 days of college.
The envelope under the tree, the Susie's going to say, we're going to Disneyland if A.J. Brown catches a touchdown in the next week, in the next game.
If this 16-leg parlay hits, Disney will be in the backyard.
Mickey Mouse is coming tomorrow.
Mickey Mouse's Playhouse will be in the backyard with all of his friends if this 27-leg parlay hits. Exact score. Yep, trifecta.
Score every game.
Don't worry, honey. I got a good feeling about this one.
We got a new house. Whether it's bigger or smaller, we got a new house.
Yeah. You like Mickey's Clubhouse so much, we're moving into Mickey's Clubhouse. Yep.
That's all we can afford. So, looking forward to the upcoming full week of football in December and looking forward to the Super Bowl, which won't be far after that. That's going to be a nice little stretch of football. Nice little stretch there.
Football's almost back.
You know what? And this is, you're going to hear us only say this one time on this podcast because we'll never repeat this.
Never.
Stuff.
We never say the same thing twice.
Roger Goodell, I'd have a beer to that.
Yeah.
I'd have a beer to that.
Roger, cheers, man. Good for you. Look at that. I'd have a beer to that for sure. Roger, yeah. And you know what? I was also, before this good news came, the draft was last week, and now you got me thinking of Roger Goodell. I just see his face. Yeah. Did you see the record of attendance for people that attended the draft for Detroit?
I don't understand. You're just standing around for hours on end to hear someone say someone's other name.
Mike,
how is that exciting?
750,000. That's how many they had. 700 and something thousand people in total over the 4 or 3 days, whatever it is.
Do you buy tickets for that, or you could just show up?
You gotta buy tickets. And this is what I wanted to make at the point with Roger Goodell. This has gotten to the point where this is like a production. He came out with Eminem, big thing. I think he loves the spotlight. probably don't even
Definitely.
need to convince anybody of that. I think he just loves the spotlight, and it just the draft just seems to be getting bigger and bigger each year. Look at the attendance. And I also think, I don't know, haven't looked into it because I don't have this type of capital and I don't really have a commercial to run, not yet. But I got to assume these commercials that are running during the first night of the draft, Thursday night, got to be getting close to what it would be to run a commercial during the Super Bowl. Like maybe
If
a
I could
trial
get
run.
a commercial spot right before the first draft pick,
Oh, dude, it's got to be big bucks. Got to be.
especially like let's say this year, if I can get my, I don't know, local veterinarian
Yeah.
commercial right in Chicago. I'm in Chicago right
Blue
before the
Chew.
first pick. Boom. Oh, Blue Chew. Absolutely.
Blue
They're
Chew.
everywhere.
Blue
I feel
Chew.
personally attacked.
Presented by the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah.
The official
Exactly.
Viagra of the NFL.
My commercial would be a similar noise to like do 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 do. So you think it's starting, and I'm like the official choice of Blue Chew.
Boom.
People would be all in. They would
Big
think
money.
that that's yes, yeah,
Big
it is.
money. Has
It
to
is
be
big
big
money.
money. Maybe next year
Yeah.
we'll reach out when we have like a an ad campaign rolling.
Yes.
Maybe we'll reach out.
Yes. Manny, give me some times that you drink beers that it's it. Like at this moment,
just
I
hits.
know it's good right now. A nice beer.
I don't know what we're gonna call this, but I don't know. Just like best
time to have beer.
locations,
Yeah.
best times to drink beer. I'll give you
Times to
I'll
have
give you an
beers.
example here, and
Yeah.
as soon as I give you an example, you'll know where I'm going with this.
Okay, yeah.
Those airport beers just hit differently.
They don't exist. Money in airport doesn't. Once I'm on vacation mode, money is fake.
Doesn't matter.
Money is fake. Yeah, they're like $35 for a beer. I'm like,
Yeah.
Here's
Oh my
a blank
god!
check with my
It's
name
not
on
even. It's not even like a really cold beer either. I'm like,
No.
this is the best beer I've ever had. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
When SpongeBob opens up his little case for his jellyfishing net and it's old reliable, it's just one warm beer in my trunk.
Yeah. It's just the best. When you're in that terminal drinking that beer, man, airport beers, they just hit differently. Maybe that's what this segment is called. Just
Hits
beers
different.
that hit differently.
That hit different. Yeah. Those airport beers I like my favorite
awesome.
beer is the first beer of the night when you're out with the boy. The first beer.
Yeah.
When you go to that initial cheers, you hear that the initial and you're like, and it feels so good when it touches the lips.
Oh, it's so good. Honestly, that's probably the only beer, especially if you're gonna have an abundance. That's probably the only beer that you actually enjoy.
Remember.
And remember. After that, you're just like slamming home your
like Buffalo, and I'm chugging beers.
Yeah. Like, Smitty, I saw you, Buffalo.
Yeah, and I'm across the bar, and I'm like, okay.
I don't know if you're enjoying those beers at that point.
You're not enjoying those beers. Your friend's staring at you with that smug look on his face, and you're chugging an IPA, and I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, the first beer, it hit. The first beer
everyone
hit.
in the bar doesn't know what's happening. You're on one knee all of a sudden. It's a nightmare. But
first
so the first beers,
for sure. Yeah, I got another one. Garage beers. Like you're in the garage. You just maybe finished working on your car or doing yard work. You go in. Garage beer. Hits
nice
different.
Garage beer.
Hits
down
different.
with that. I have one. I might be an out west thing here, but so my whole life after a hike, like a nice hike, and you're just fiending for water because you ran out. A nice beer instead.
Just a nice cold beer.
You sit down. You're like, let me just get anything in a frosty mug. You sip it. You're like, oh, the nectar of the gods is what it feels like.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I can't argue with that. That hits different. Yeah. I got another one here. I got boating beers.
Also non-existent. This is my rule for boating beers. 2 is 1. Okay, 2 is 1. That's my boating beer rule.
Math just doesn't work on a boat when you're drinking beers. It just does not work. I was told
when you're on the water, you're not on United States land, so you can do anything.
International water.
International water. So 2 is 1. 2 is 1. That's how I do. I drink one, and they're like, didn't you have one? I'm like, I had half a beer. Right. Can I please have the other half?
Yeah.
Those beers are so good. But you should never do. Don't drink boat beers and then drive the boat. Don't do that.
Yeah. No. So you get a captain, and then you have the boat beers. Yes.
Yes, for him.
for
For him.
sure.
Wow, both
What else
beers
you
are
got
good. Both. Another beer
that
that's
hits different?
delicious. That hits. Oh yeah, I got it. I got it.
What do you got?
I got it. I got it. It's it's that backyard barbecue summer beers where the
Oh wow,
sun's beating down on you, and you're like, "Oof, can I get a cold one?" And
with the grill, you
yeah,
smell
you
the grill
smell
on.
the
Yeah.
barbecue going. There's a
Oh
little light
yeah.
music in the background. The kids jumping in the pool, and you just crack. You drink that beer like this
Oh
is
man,
things are
you're
about to happen right now.
you're just the only words coming out of your mouth is like,
Yeah,
"This is living."
yeah, right. Like
This is
this
living.
summer mode activated. Yeah, and you're
Yeah,
chilling.
that's
You're
great. I can't
dancing
wait.
to even nothing. I
I
can't
can't
wait.
wait. I
Go ahead.
mean, it's a beautiful again. I mean, we're
All right.
approaching summer here in New York. It's awesome.
Mm.
So those beers will be fun. But I got another one.
What do you got?
Shower beers.
It's like a sour patch kid, right?
Yeah.
Sour and sweet, hot
Hmm.
and cold. You know,
Hmm.
I'm a hot shower. Your friend knocks on the door, be like, "All right, we're going out tonight. Shower beer." I'm like, "Yeah, shower beer," and that it's so
Hmm.
easy. It goes down so easy. Again, another one for math. One is
Doesn't
zero.
make sense. You're right.
Doesn't make sense.
You can make the argument too. At least for me, I can make the argument. I think 98% of the time where I'm having a shower beer, I
Yeah.
probably already indulged in some day drinking.
Yes,
So
yeah. It doesn't
maybe,
start out. It's not like 8 a.m. All right, let me
yeah.
shave, brush my teeth, shower beer. That's not how that works. Not how that works.
You got another one? I got another one.
Yeah, what do you got for me?
Putting together furniture beers. You know,
You
you
know,
just got
this is
something new, something just arrived at your house. You just
yeah,
bought a house, you just moved into an apartment.
yeah.
You can't put that fucking table together without drinking a
Mm-mm.
beer.
You know what this equates to? This is for all our women listeners out there. This is the drinkity drink that you need when you just did a load of laundry or you're going out shopping at Target.
They
This is our
know.
drinkity drink. You want
That's
the
it.
table set up? I want a beer. And then I'm gonna set up this table and this beer tastes amazing. This is our drinkity drink. And they're fantastic. I'll
Oh
drink
yeah.
6 of them. And then when the table's done, I'm like, table's up. Can I get a beer? Gotta put something on the table.
Yeah. Right. You got to test it out. You got to
Gotta
test it
test it
out.
out.
You got to
Gotta
test. I
test it
can't
out.
believe we missed this one. This one's a great
What do you
one.
got?
Sporting event beers.
Yeah, that goes without saying, though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that goes without. Of course, I'm gonna. As soon as I walk into the baseball stadium or soccer pitch or football stadium, I'm like, let's go get near our seats and then get online for a beer.
Oh yeah.
That's my initial. Let's get like one lane over, get a beer. Let's go sit.
All
All
right.
right, I got one.
Okay. What do you got?
I got one for you. I got. Oh, hold on. Where'd it go? Come on back. Come
Just
on
there,
back now.
there's just too many
It's
beers
too
that hit
many
different.
times. Oh, I
Yeah.
got one. Yeah, yeah.
Here we go.
And it's the unspoken rule of payment. Your friends moving apartment to apartment. You don't pay the money. You just
Great
buy them
point.
beer.
Great
You
point.
just buy them beer. And after they're moved in, they're like, all right, let's go get a beer. That's a well-deserved beer.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, I got a lot of friends out there that have paid me with racks of beer.
Yeah.
They hit different. They hit different. Yeah,
They
that's
just
good.
hit different.
I'm
Yeah.
trying. I'm like, did we? We covered a lot. I mean,
We covered a lot there. I can't think of any other beers. You know what? You know who could think of more beers for us?
who can think?
Our listeners. Our
Yeah.
listeners. There's a beer out there that we haven't named that you got on the top of your mind, and you're just sitting here listening to us and you're screaming at the screen. You're like, how could you not think of this beer? Tell us, comment us. Maybe we haven't had it yet, and then we can go and try this beer.
I
This beer.
gotta drop one more before we leave it for the
Oh,
listeners
okay.
out there.
Hit me. Make it good.
Hair of a dog beer.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That hits different because you need that beer.
You need
You
it.
need
You
that
need
beer
it.
to take the edge off and just
Yeah.
function.
Yeah.
Ooh, it hits
It's
different.
always for me, it's a conversation in the mirror where I wake up in the morning. I'm like, here are my options. Here are my options. I either pull trigger, I get the beer and I make it work, or I try and go to sleep and get it all out. These are my 3 options right now. Go to sleep, which never happens. You
No.
lay in bed until you're like, all right, I'll go throw up. Pull trig right away, or you open the beer, take a sip, and be like, let's hope this works. Let's hope that. But when it does, back up top. You're
It
back
works.
100p
It works 60% of the time every time.
every time.
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah. So yeah, drop a comment down below on our YouTube and let us know what beers just hit different.
That I
What
see a lot of things. I live in a lot
you
of
see
big
a lot of
cities,
things?
so you
All
see a
right.
lot of crazy shit going
Yep.
on, But now I want to talk about things I never seen. Things I've been on this planet 28 years. I've never seen this before. And I don't know, maybe I'm missing it, maybe I'm not at the right moment at the right time. I'm just going to tell you and you tell me if you've seen it. Chinese food commercials.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Never
That's a
seen
good
it.
point.
I've been to fucking Happy Walk. I've been to the Great Wall. I've been to whatever.
Panda Express.
Big
Yeah.
Food number one. No. I've seen the Panda Express. I'm talking like Big Food number one. They don't. I've
Come on.
never seen them
You didn't
advertised. There's
see their
no.
advertisement on draft night? They
Yeah,
paid
I guess I didn't.
$500,000 for that spot.
Didn't see it. They just hold up the menu and
Yeah.
the menu's engraved in your head.
That's it.
Yeah,
I
because
want
they're at your
sesame
door.
chicken fried. I want the number 7 sesame
Yeah.
chicken fried rice with boneless spare ribs.
You know it's a good Chinese food store when you go in there and the menu's dimly lit and there's a Chinese kid doing homework on a table next to you.
And the menu hasn't changed since 1982 when it first
same
opened.
Menu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The light bulbs are from the original canvas. Yeah. And it's the same kid. He hasn't
Same
aged.
kid. No.
He's still in 5th grade doing that math homework back there.
He's always there.
Dude.
And the Coke machine is stocked with the old glass bottles. I'm like, yeah, how are you guys still here?
Yeah.
Their profit margin's massive because they don't update anything. Yeah.
Brilliant strategy.
It's brilliant strategy. They deliver too. They deliver. Never seen their food delivery truck. Never seen the food delivery car.
In Manhattan, you've had to, when you lived in the city, you had to have seen more of a Chinese delivery because they get on those little mopeds or bikes.
The mopeds were common, but when I lived in a suburban area, I would say like, thank you. Like they come to the door, they give you the food. I'm like, thank you. I look out, guy just takes off running. I've never seen him get into a car. He just takes off and he just flies away.
They're like mailmen just with cats.
That's it.
They don't like the cats. They get
don't
nervous.
Do the cats. They take care of the cats.
Actually, it's the other way around. The cats don't like them because the cats
That's what it
could
is.
be going missing. Yeah.
New food item.
Yeah. Meow. Number 2.
Okay, so Chinese food commercials. I haven't seen any of those.
Never seen them.
Another one I've never seen. Never seen a school bus get gas, and I've never been in a school bus that's needed gas. It's never like, we're going to be 10 minutes late.
That's a good point. I don't think I've ever seen a bus getting gas at a gas station or been on a bus where it needs gas. Mrs. Frizzle just never needs to get gas.
Yeah, she's just in your fucking small intestine. Like, no, we're good. Just make a left.
The magic school bus makes science.
That's it. It makes science. Literally, it makes science.
Wow.
And people say they have their own gas stations. Well, then why do these 36 wheelers don't have their own gas stations? When I'm trying to pull in and this guy's got a fucking hose put into his side of his truck, he's like, "Hey, we're closed now because he got all the gas."
Yeah, it's gonna be about a half hour to top this baby off.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
that's a good
school
point.
Buses, I think they just fucking. I think they shove books in there.
Tag us in a photo, if you can, of a school bus getting gas. Please.
Never seen it. I got a couple more here for you.
Yeah.
Root beer commercial.
Just a root beer commercial.
Oh my god. Root beer commercial. I don't drink root beer. When people ask for it, I'm like, how did you even know you wanted that today? Who made you think that? Like Sprite, I've seen it. Coke, all the time. Root beer.
What's the fast food place that's like I don't know.
Arby's.
Like, no, it's neighbors with like KFC.
A&W.
A&W, yes.
They make the root beer.
Right.
But there's no commercials.
I've never even seen an A&W commercial. Yeah.
Nah, exactly. I think it's a drug front. Has to be.
What's your take on root beer floats?
Once people say they like root beer floats, drug addict. That's how I know. That's how I know. That's how I start most of my first dates. When I was dating, I would just be like, "Do you like root beer floats?" Yes.
Just slide it in front of her, see what she does with it.
Yeah. What do you think about this? Yeah.
You know, you remember in Bronx Tale where he gives him the test for like
they
his
lock the
girlfriend
door.
on the door.
Yeah.
That's Mikey Bugatti's test
That's
is
the
the root
Mikey
beer
Bugatti
float.
test.
Is the
She
root beer
sits
float
down. There's
test.
already 2 root beer floats down. I'm like, do you want that? I didn't order it, but you cool with that?
Yeah, you want that? It's
And
melting.
sip it. Right. Yeah. Check, please.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right. Yeah, I have never seen a root beer float or root beer commercial, let alone a root beer float. I haven't had root beer in quite some time.
In a long time.
Yeah.
In a long time, that's for sure. But that's it. That's what I have for things I've never seen for you. I think
Never seen them.
These are quandaries for the earth, the realm. These questions might never be answered.
It's the Chinese food commercial, like hole in the wall Chinese food commercial, like your local Chinese restaurant. That's a great point. He's still doing homework. Yep.
I said he's still here. He's still here. I think he's a paid actor to make it look authentic. That's what I think.
Chinese restaurants are fronts for training facilities for Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Yeah, that's where they pull from. When's the last time you've been to the dentist?
Oof. I just moved here 2 months ago. I have an appointment next month.
Okay.
Or this month, I guess.
I've come to the realization, no matter how much I floss, how much I brush my teeth, how much I use mouthwash, how much I just take care of my teeth, the words guaranteed to come out of the dentist's mouth after the visit is,
you should floss.
You need to floss more. That is like, you just had the segment things you never seen, never heard. This is something you will always hear, no matter what you're doing. Even if you go to a dent, see, this is what I'm gonna try next because this is grinding my gears. I'm gonna beat them one day. I'm gonna go get a cleaning at a different dentist office, and then schedule a cleaning for my dentist the next day. Can't do much better than the dentist cleaning your teeth, right? That's the best work. They're the dentist. They're the teeth people. I'm going to then proceed. They're the teeth people. I'm going to then proceed to go to my dentist. And if he tells me after he inspects the work of one of his peers pretty much and tells me, yeah, you still need to floss more, I'm going to freak the fuck out. After a year of hard work, they still look me in the eyes and tell me, you need to floss more. And I asked him, I said, is this like the creed of dental work? Is this the creed that was in the book of the fraternity of dentists? Is just, you need to floss more. You need to floss more. You need to floss more. It's like a cult.
It's chanting.
Yeah, it's just a cult. Floss. I guarantee you, listeners, everyone listening out there, everybody's dentist has uttered those words to them. Even if you take care of your teeth, I don't know if this is just like something they have to tell you, but it grinds my fucking gears, especially because I've been working hard on this and nothing. You need to floss more, Manny.
When I floss, no matter what, I floss all the time. And I floss, I'm bleeding. I'm always it's always happening. It doesn't matter what I do. Bleeding.
I had so much OCD with this that I was getting to the point where like when I go travel or like even at home, I'd have those little like green things with the little disposable floss things.
Yeah.
After every meal, I'd beep, 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 floss. Okay. And then definitely before I go to bed, floss. Boo, 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 boo. Nothing. It was a waste of my fucking time, pain and suffering for the dentist to just look me square and with his smug face and tell me, hey, man, you got to floss more. And I said, you know what? I should have kept a tally of every time I flossed. Yeah, well, it's next. It grinds my fucking gears. I can't win at the dentist. I can't. You know why I can't win at the dentist too? Why it grinds my gears? Is the dentist people. They're like jamming these things in your fucking mouth, and they're asking, "Hey, man, so like, you didn't tell me. What do you do for work? You look into, real estate's crazy right now. And you're supposed to answer these questions because if you don't answer these questions, they look at you like you don't know how to fucking answer questions. Meanwhile, when you answer the questions, you sound like a fucking mummy because they got these things in your fucking mouth. Grinds my gears. I hate it.
They got the spacer that's holding your mouth open. You're like, oh. He's like, oh yeah, I love that field. Yeah, my son works in that field.
My favorite song. It's my favorite song too by Kesha. Yeah. Love that song.
Right.
I'm like,
and he's got the fucking suction cup in there, and he's like, swallow.
I'm like, what are
fuck
you
this.
possibly sucking up with that thing? My
Yeah.
mouth is bone dry.
Yeah.
What are you sucking up right now?
Please, can I have water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. And then they're getting stingier and stingier with the water that they give you in the cup. It's like
Oh
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
a little squirt. I'm like, what,
It's like he
please
spits and he's like,
please rinse
drink
with this. I'm
this.
like,
Yeah.
rinse with this, rinse with this. It was two drops.
Is there a drought over here at the
Yeah,
dentist?
and you know what? You could tell inflation's hitting because
Mm.
you used to get a nice little toothbrush, toothpaste,
Yeah,
little
yeah. Or you go
travel
on
size
the
floss.
chest and then you
Yeah,
take a little.
yeah. You
You
put
don't
a
have
little
that
coin
anymore.
in the machine, you spin it, you get a
Uh-huh.
little toy. Nothing.
Uh-huh.
You know what I get? Manny, you need to floss more.
Yeah.
I don't like the teeth people.
I like
My
it when you're
gears.
laying there, when they're laying there, and they're like, all right, we're just gonna move the light real quick, and it's right in your fucking
Yeah.
eyes. It's like
It's
right
like,
there.
all
Like, can
right,
you see? And I'm like, okay.
as
I don't
long as
know.
you can see, I
Yeah.
don't really fucking care because I can't fucking see.
And
You know?
you trust them more than anything. They're putting knives in your mouth and you're not underneath. Like you're awake and you're like, yeah, this is good. This
Dude,
is good.
my favorite is when I get onto the chair and
Mm.
the guy or girl has to make like 95 adjustments to get the
Oh
chair
yeah.
right.
Mhm.
I'm like it's like like The Exorcist
You're
at one
going
point.
up. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, here we go.
It's like The
Let's do it.
Exorcist at one point. My back is in a
Yeah.
position it's never been in my life. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know I can bend like that.
You're doing a whole bridge thing. She's like,
Yeah.
this is perfect. Here we
I'm
go.
like, what are we looking at here? Are we still looking at my mouth? Like, what's
Right.
going on here? Fuck the dentist. That grinds my gears. It doesn't matter how much you'll floss. They'll tell you after the visit, you need to floss more.
Yeah.
Grinds
You'll
my
never
gears.
win at the dentist
Never.
ever. The only tooth person that's good is that tooth fairy. He used to bring me money. I don't know what the fuck happened to him.
Yeah,
But
fucking that money
tooth
dried
people,
up. What the hell?
yeah, that's that money's gone. It's
yeah,
gone.
shit.
The athlete of the week. If
There
you
he
were
goes.
listening last week, Manny Mozz had LeBron James for being a little boy. Okay, because
It's just basketball.
it was just basketball.
It's just
That's all.
basketball, man.
This week, the athlete of the week is Inter Miami's own Lionel Messi, baby. Okay, I'm repping the team. All right, you're probably wondering why is he the athlete of the week? What did he do? He has nonstop been buying Mikey Bugatti, caviar, steaks,
Not bad.
lobsters. He's been scoring goal after goal after goal. He has now the most goals in MLS this year at 12 goals. This guy's unstoppable. Okay, he's scoring every game. He's scoring every game. And if you heard me last week, if you heard Mikey Bugatti last week, he told you, bet on Messi, call the bank. He's going to score. And it's as if he's heard me when I say, because he not scored once. He scored 2 times for me. And 2 times
Two
he
times.
scores. Okay. Lionel
Those
Messi
times.
is automatic when he steps on the field. It's kind of demoralizing if you're the other team. You step on the field, you see him, you're like, oh, so it's 1-0.
Well,
It's 1-0.
we gotta
And
score.
the whistle just started. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got to score fast. You're thinking, how fast can you score? Well, last week's game, the other team scored in 45 seconds. Not enough.
Wasn't quick enough.
The end of the score game was 3-1. Messi strongholded it himself with 2 of those goals. Okay. So this week, the athlete of the week is Lionel Messi.
Of course.
For being exactly who he is, the absolute GOAT. He's
Of
the
course.
best. Okay. So that's an easy one. Lionel Messi, thank you. Thank you for paying for this shirt, for my caviar, my steak, my
Look at
lobsters. Mikey Bugatti's in the building. Okay.
Ooh.
And the bet of the week is the bet of last week, and it's the bet of the week before, the bet of next week. It's automatic. He is automatic. Lionel Messi is going to score this weekend against the New York Red Bulls. Absolutely. He is a champion. He will score a goal. If you give me $100 this week, which you might not done this week, and that's why you're still eating McDonald's and you're not eating caviar, $100 this week is going to give you $100 on top of it, $200. Okay, Lionel Messi, he hears us. He hears me. He knows what he has to do. It's very simple for him. Athlete of the week scores. Lionel Messi scores a goal against the New York Red Bulls, and you go home that weekend with more money in your pocket. And you're not going to call Manny Mozz. You're not going to call Mikey Bugatti. Who are they going to call, Manny?
They're going to call the bank.
Call the bank. Call the bank. And let them make you deposits, okay? That is the Mikey Bugatti bet of the week. Lionel Messi, automatic goal scorer.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It also makes sense too because he's an avid listener of the show, so he can't let down Mikey Bugatti when this guy's week after week putting money on him to score a goal. Like you said, anytime he touches the field, it's a guaranteed 1 goal.
It's actually kind of crazy, to be honest. I'm enjoying watching winning naturally.
All right, not a bad day's work.
Not a bad day's work. Not a bad day's work.
Back. I promise. This is the last time, everybody. Corona. Corona was the champion in the IHAB bracket challenge. They won. Flat out. Corona. I've been drinking Corona for like 5 weeks now. This is the send-off for Corona. The parade is over, but I got a Corona Light. I'm drinking this at a tailgate. I'm drinking this at dinner. This is a great beer. You're drinking this. Everybody and their mother has had a Corona Light. This is a great beer. Score. I mean, this is a fucking 12. It's a fucking Corona Light. It's fucking fantastic. Go back to our, beers that just hit different. Okay, airport beer, Corona Light. Garage beer, Corona Light. Golf beer, Corona Light. Pool beer, boating beer, shower beer. Beers with your dad, Corona Light. It's great. If you never had beer and you're looking for beer, Corona Light.
We got one.
Yeah, check it out.
Thank you, Manny Mozz, for the full 3-week review of Corona, Corona Extra, Corona Light, and Corona Premier.
Premier last week, yeah.
Premier last week.
All
right. Thank you, Manny Mozz over there. I got the nice West Coast style IPA, hop not IPA, little citrusy, little hoppy, little 6.70. This is good. I'm feeling it for sure. I'm feeling it for sure. Let me tell you, am I gonna have this? Am I gonna have this beer at beer? Hold on one sec. Let's see.
Yeah, beer.
Yeah. Beer at dinner? Yeah, absolutely. This is a great dinner beer. Coming in a frosted mug. Delicious. I'm having this at a tailgate. This is a nicer beer. I'm not chugging this over there. Someone buffaloes this at me. I'm going to fight them.
Tough.
1 through 10? 1 through 10, though? This is IPA. For an IPA, this is a 7 point. This is an 8.1. 8.1 for the Hop Knot IPA. This is a great beer. Delicious, crisp. I mean, everyone would like this beer. I don't know how it stands up to the Coronas of the beers, but this beer is pretty fancy.
Doesn't. All right. I think that's it. Let's wrap this bitch up. We talked about a lot, man. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Stay out of trouble, and we will see you again next week. Mike, any final words?
You know what to do. Follow us on all social media. Slam those buttons. Give us the likes, the 5-star review. Bet on Messi. Tell us where the beer hits. Tell us something you never seen. I'd have a beer, and I'll see you next week.
That's it. I'd have a beer.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Good night.